Blog Talk Radio.
Would that be rebelling? Don't worry about the money, it won't be a headache. I promise an honest man deserves an honest wage. You way past the cocky, you come of age. My latter days can go a lot of ways. A lot of bills on a lot of pay. Them Tyler Slade during them holidays. So them storefronts up on auto pay. If I'm getting money, is it God's way? If I'm crossing over, sitting sideways, or doing six figures like the L craze, does it really matter if I'm unsaved? That's the pitter patter to an early grave. That's the chitter chatter from a young slave. No need to listen, my honorable mention means nothing to someone not living it. But all is forgiven, he forgave me. I should've bled out in the Red Sea, but it still run, look at how he raised me. I done lost track counting what he gave me. Probably still feel 40 pushing 80. Still be rooted in the word like a tree limb. Cause in Christ I can't pass, I can eat them. Some to let their souls go to buy freedom. Stole it dirt cheap, can't afford to buy it back. I done seen some mean try to cheat them. Wanna give it all to them, dying on their back. But the funny thing about it, he'll receive them. But his service on earth will be the free ones.
I got all my back, now I can go. Packed up all my sins and hit the road. Don't let the donut hit me where the sun don't go. It ain't a problem, I can make it on my own. Cause it ain't about where you're from, it's who you know. They know my father seated high up on the throne. If you know him like I know him, then you know. No looking down, that ain't your blessing on the floor.
What's done in the dark, he gon' bring to the light. What he's done in my life, I'ma bring to this mic. Push. So what come out of my mouth gon' live up to the hype. They see it's Christian rapping left and they swipe. That's why they souls going left and they price. They more impressed with living comfortable lives. At autopsy got them chilling on nights, but the Lord got me, that's why I'm still in the fight. I believe what I want cause they gave me that right. Let the devil tell it, he gon' say what he like. Like a chain smoker, boy, I stay with that light. Hear that pain over burn, I live with that right. Watch that game changer for the end of the night. Now the stain on me, I'm embedded in Christ. My empire built on the back of integrity. Sit at the head and watch everybody eat, but me love for the business, it come with a heavy fee, but my love for the king come with a guarantee. Somebody pray for me if I'm doing wrong. I'm just throwing all my blessings in the song. I'm just trying to do what David did in Psalms. I've been walking with my father all along. Thirst got me sipping water out of stones. This the greatest love story ever told, about the greatest love man has ever known. This was never meant for me to do alone. The whole team hit the road and brought it home for that homecoming king and that crown of thorns. They ain't on what he say be on. We ain't neither, we just know what team we on.
I got all my bags, now I can go. Packed up all my sins and hit the road. Don't let the donut hit me where the sun don't go. It ain't a problem, I can make it on my own. Cause it ain't about where you're from, it's who you know. They know my father seated high up on the throne. If you know him like I know him, then you know. No looking down, that ain't your blessing on the floor.
Beatsmith Empire, Beatsmith Empire, Beatsmith Empire, Beatsmith Empire, Beatsmith Empire.
God damn it, DJ, you did it again.
I don't wanna hear all that, man. We'll talk to you.
You're trying me a little. You're testing my patience and I ain't got time. Don't say it to yourself. Don't say it when you know. I'm trying to let you be, but you leave right about trying me? That's what you get for trying me. I think you cute, even sexy, baby. But I won't let that get all in the way. Be a man, say it to my face. Say what you gotta say. It's okay, go have your fun. It's okay, go have your fun. But I might not be here when you're done. Might not be here when you're done. Acting like I ain't the one. Acting like I ain't the one. Yeah, acting like what? If you wanna leave, leave, 'cause I ain't having that. And the moment you keep it, I ain't having that. Yeah, it's only one of me, so I ain't having that. No, I ain't having that. Baby, I ain't having that. My patience is growing, so stay with you, baby. I'm all in, yeah, that's what you're saying. Keep it 100, don't tell me no lies. I'm walking away, no need for goodbye. I think you cute, even sexy, baby. But I won't let that get all in the way. Be a man, say it to my face. Say what you gotta say. It's okay, go have your fun. But I might not be here when you're done. Acting like I ain't the one. What? If you wanna leave, leave, 'cause I ain't having that. And the moment you keep it, I ain't having that. Yeah, it's only one of me, so I ain't having that. No, I ain't having that. Baby, I ain't having that. I think you cute, even sexy, baby. But I won't let that get all in the way. Be a man, say it to my face. Say what you gotta say. If you wanna leave, leave, 'cause I ain't having that. And the moment you keep it, I ain't having that. Yeah, it's only one of me, so I ain't having that. No, I ain't having that. Baby, I ain't having that. It's okay, go have your fun. But I might not be here when you're done. Acting like I ain't the one. What? If you wanna leave, leave, 'cause I ain't having that. And the moment you keep it, I ain't having that. Yeah, it's only one of me, so I ain't having that. No, I ain't having that. Baby, I ain't having that. I'm trying to let you be, but you leave right back to me. Wonder about trying me, that's what you give for trying me. I'm trying to let you be, but you leave right back to me. Wonder about trying me, that's what you give for trying me.
So, like, why don't you trust me then?
These guys aren't just like the front.
Will I rate?
These are the real front.
Look, I'm doing much better than last year. Dough reckoning like a cashier. And it's no man that I might fear. This right here, one of my realest records ever. Me and Johnny honest, and I'm just being honest. They asking how much money it might take. You niggas is lightweight, and all you bitches need to beat it like Mike say. Yeah, flow dope like 88. I put an 8 on an 8, but no heartbreaks. Look, I believe in God and Allah, got a lot of faith. This beater get murdered, no yellow tape. Said he played Young Black King for a month straight. I'm at least need 1,000 pounds safe. Even if you find God like Mace, you ain't safe. I'm a soprano like a Tommy. I swear to my mommy, but you niggas all pigs like salami. Yeah, and I'm finna f the game up just like a tsunami.
Who they talking about? They wanna test. It's the big OMG, JOSS, BSF. No suit and tie rap, bring your vest. Hit them up from the toes, send the mask, 3 in their chest. I seen them change up once I switched the game up. Got no love for them tight niggas, fake. Get your bucks up, not your luck up. Flossing hard in the low, gon' get you stuck up. Look, I'm doing better than last year. My buzz growing, cash is right. Cats that ain't know, now they all knowing. They ain't wanna show no respect, now they all showing. Just they ain't really want, now they all blowing. I used to pray to God and Allah for the fame and the money. Cock my 9, they won't take it from me. Fish scale off the boat, keep they nose running. Blow a stack, shooting craps, mom think I bring more money. I had dreams of them drilling me. Threw on the cape, stepped into the booth. now they feeling me. Burnt a lot of sage, but it ain't healing me. Font on my cap in distillery. Presidential rollie, call her Hillary. Mama say then mama go. I hit mama on the jack, told mama, baby, I'ma blow. I'ma get me out the hood, sorry mama, gotta go. On the next thing, smoking gas at another show. Tired of my main, I got another hoe. Broke it down all in dimes, sold it, got another O. Nigga copy my style, get I got another flow. They can never stop my shine, I'ma always glow. Bengali on the Ushuali. Bitch poppin' Molly, walk in the club, smelling like Cavalli, acting stuck up. Yeah, I'ma probably hammer damage her. Body like Pamela Alexandria. Thick ass joint, you know what I'm talking about. Big Instagram shit. I like that.
Be honest. Let me give you one piece of advice. Be honest. Be honest.
Alright now, yeah, come on, You gotta come to the sweet shop, sweet shop, if you want some of the chocolate drop, yeah, chocolate. These other dudes be selling dreams, oh, I got them strawberries and I'm a bad man. She heard that I got 3. Do I have room for one more? She can use a little company. Listen, baby, my plate full, but sometimes I overeat. She was like, it's all good. I could be your little treat. Come on. I said, all right, hold up, wait a minute. You don't know what you're getting into. I'm Mr. One Night Thing. I beat it up, knock it out, and you through. Let me tell you this one time, cause you don't know what I'ma do to you. I have you coming to the treat shop on Cold Drink Avenue. You gotta come to the sweet shop, sweet shop. If you want some of the chocolate drop, yeah, these other dudes be selling dreams, yeah. I got some strawberries and whipped cream, you gotta come to the sweet shop, sweet shop. If you want some of the chocolate drop, yeah, these other dudes be selling dreams, oh, I got some strawberries and whipped cream, yeah, ain't nothing like the treat shop where you treat it like a queen. I have your bath water and girl, you can have anything. Just tell me what you need, baby, and I'm up on it. I know you want that chocolate in your life. How bad do you really want? You want me right now? Hold on, let me control the pace. I like to take it slow, cause love making is not a race. Let's take our time, cause we got the whole night together. When we in the sweet shop, we gon' make it last forever. You gotta come to the sweet shop, sweet shop. If you want some of the chocolate drop, yeah, these other dudes be selling dreams, yeah. I got some strawberries and whipped cream, you gotta come to the sweet shop, sweet shop. If you want some of the chocolate drop, yeah, these other dudes be selling dreams, oh, chocolate drop, dark sweet shop, chocolate drop, dark sweet shop, chocolate drop, dark sweet shop, chocolate drop.
This is your boy, Bad Boy Billy Sly. Whether I'm just chilling in the studio or kissing a leading lady or out on the street promoting our new CD, Kenny G Wall of Bass, no matter how you play it, I'm down with Patricia and Mr. Stout on the Move. Unscripted, baby.
What's going on? You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted.
Yeah.
With Patricia M. Goins.
Mr. Stout, what it do?
Mr. Stout in the house.
Nice.
We trying to get back on track, right?
Yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we here, guys.
We trying to get back onto the flow of every Wednesday. We got off track a little bit because we had so much going on.
Right.
You know, still got a lot going on, but we just got to fit it in.
Yeah, get it in there when you can. Yeah.
Are you going to get back to the flow on Saturday too?
I actually am. I did a show on Saturday. We had the one with Cool TLC, and we got coming up Regine Garnier and an artist from North Carolina named Woody, the Real Woody. So we got both of those interviews rocking. It's coming up this Saturday, and if you miss them, they're going to be everywhere. We finally got everything back on point with everything. So yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do. So yeah,
that's what's up. So that's the artist the song you let me hear, right? Oh, I like that song.
Yeah,
I like that track.
We're gonna get it here on the move as well.
Yeah, after you do the interview. So when is that interview? That's on Saturday?
Yes, it'll be on Saturday. Running. We're actually gonna do
Skin Beast Radio Music Review.
Right. Yep. Skin Beast Radio Music Review is gonna be on Spreaker. Then you're gonna be able to hear it on all of the platforms. I'm actually starting to play with my Twitter a little bit more, so you can get a chance to listen to that on live too. So you can. You're able to hear it anywhere you want to. You can follow me, so then you can actually press play. I just did hashtag press play. So yeah, a lot of things going on.
A lot. You know what? I'm still trying to get off the high of Hook Up Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the fact that we're doing that and we're planning on branching out a little bit and doing other places and stuff. Like we're really trying to do the best that we can as far as putting a spotlight on a lot of different artists and stuff. Because that's really what Hook Up Atlanta is putting a spotlight on artists and at the same time, networking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a networking event for the Atlanta Music Industry Group. That's Music with a Z, y'all.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
They were getting connections. Like people started, like they're coming back and they're doing things with them down there at the complex and stuff like that. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. And a lot of the artists, what I love about what we do, with having the platforms that we have the Ohio Music Industry Group on Facebook. We have the Atlanta Music Industry Group on Facebook. Of course, we got Skin Beast Radio Music Review that he does his thing every Saturday. Right. We're going to get back in the flow every Saturday, right? Yes. And then, of course, On the Move Unscripted, which we're going to start back to doing more interviews. In fact, we're going to have an interview with one of the artists that was at Hook Up Atlanta, Molly Soso.
Right.
And Molly Soso and a couple of other artists that I actually wrote down. They got that we've worked with or who was at the event got some stuff going on. I love when I see the artists still doing a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got Molly Soso is actually going to be, I wrote it down. He's going to be performing at the All Disabilities Festival here in Columbus, Ohio on Sunday, July 17th. Okay. Nice. And the address is 303 East Broad Street. And that's Columbus, Ohio, and that's a free event, y'all. But what I love is they're continuing to move forward. They're continuing to get out there and do their thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got, what's it?
Aria. Yep, Aria the Boss. Yep.
And she got the Butterfly Effect.
Yeah,
right?
That's coming up this September 24th. It's going to be at the Loft in Secaucus, New Jersey. That's going to be a big thing. This place, this hotel where it's going to be at is very elegant. It's a 4-star hotel. It's right there on the, you can on the New York, New Jersey border, so you can see the New York skyline from your hotel. Is it going to be like
a black tie event?
I know it's going to be red carpet, but, we're going to be fresh to death. Anyway it goes, we got to make sure everything's looking fresh for that because there's going to be some majors in the building for that.
And then Nevaeh's going to be at Starlight on July 30th, 422 East 22nd Street. That's in Charlotte. And, she was at Hookup Atlanta, too. She did it out. She came back. So she was there the first year, right? She did her thing at Studio House Atlanta. And then she came back again for Hookup Atlanta 2022. And this time she brought her band.
Right, that band was sensational, man.
Yeah.
I was losing it. I love the band effect, like playing the people who play behind the band. Like, I just love watching that. That gave me the concert feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And she did like a mini set that took out the night. She finished it out.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, she was the bomb diggity. And then a familiar face or familiar name that we've worked with in the past, William T. Stars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be part of the Praise Fest out there in Marietta.
All right,
Georgia,
right.
Yeah, that's going to be on July 17th too, but that's in Marietta, Georgia, at the Marietta Theater in the Square, 11 is at Whitlock Avenue. Yeah, that's in Marietta. And there's a lot of other artists that are doing things. Those are just a couple that I saw, and I was like, let me write that down a little bit. But what I love is that the artists who come down our lane, they still be working. That's a key element about them. Mm-hmm. They don't stop with, doing an event. They keep on moving. They keep on working. They keep on raising their visibility. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, it's important to keep doing it, especially if you don't have like management and anything like that. You are like self-managed or you self-publish and things like that. You still need to keep pushing on your side. If you got people who are working with you, or doing your marketing or doing some kind of media management for you, still do your job. But then they're gonna always, our job is to keep bringing awareness and bringing people, towards you in different events and networks that you can do. So it's a family type of thing when you work around these artists. We knew them for years. That's another thing. We built up that rapport with them. So.
Yeah, when you come down our lane, it's not like, oh, you did it then, okay, great. See you some other time in life. We continue to follow them.
Right.
We continue to promote them, and if we see opportunities that come down the line, we definitely bring it to their attention. And then also, if we ever have anything, we always, bring them aboard. Like, we continue to work with them. You know what I'm saying? As we're pushing our own brand, because that's the cool thing about us. We are not managers. We do not manage. However, our goal is to bring light or help promote artists as we are promoting ourselves. We're growing as a brand, right? And so we're helping other artists grow as a brand too. That's what the indie revolution is all about. It's about that unity. It's about working together and pushing each other. Because if we can hold each other's hand and walk down that lane together, we're much more powerful, right? Than trying to do it all by ourselves.
Also, I want to give a big shout out to Jesse Tyler Williams. I see what you're doing.
Oh, that's the other one. I forgot about her.
You got a book that's coming out. It's it's basically like a tell-all of things that she went through her life and her career, and then she also got a brand new record that's coming out there. So big up to Jesse Tyler Williams. We're going to get her back on the air soon too.
Definitely. And we've worked with so many different artists. Just you and I hooked up together. You know what I'm saying? It's like amazing. It's and they tag me a lot of times, and so I try to keep up with what's going on. I know that Ace K, he always doing his thing. Buddy Love, something happened. He wasn't able to come to the event, but he still invested. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he purchased a lot, and he just released a new music video.
Okay.
So we definitely try to support the different artists. Now I just want to say this, right? Because sometimes I get on Facebook when I be in the mood to do my I'm not a manager type videos, but I like to give some like tips of information that I have learned or that I'm learning as I go down this path. And one of the things I want to say, and I touched on this in the Latin Music Industry Group, and I'm saying it again to any of y'all who may not know this: you need a job if your music is not taking care of you. If your music is not paying for the rent, the electric, the gas, there's high gas prices. If it ain't paying no car payment, you know what I'm saying? Right. If it ain't, if it's not really providing for you, then you have to have another source of income. you know. And for most people, it's a job. Some people, it's an investor. They got investors, you know, that push and the artist ain't got to work. But for those of you, but that's not everybody. That's like a small percentage compared to the ones that you need to have a job. So Beyonce told you quit your job in that song, that new song she got out. No, quit your job. No, do not quit your job. Do not listen to that. She could quit her job because she working for herself. So at any point, she a billionaire. She could be like, you know what? I ain't working today. She got that because her music is taking care of her. Her brand is taking care of her. We are not there. So what I say, quit your job. No. No, because if you quit your job, how are you going to pay for the materials that it costs to get the T-shirts to sell to push your brand? How are you going to get what you need to push your USBs? How are you going to pay for promotions? How are you going to pay for more studio time? And definitely, I was telling them today, figure out a marketing plan.
You should definitely have a marketing plan, and it better be effective and have a strategy that's going to work and just stick to it. I was just on the phone with Nevaeh, and she was like, look, these things are working and they're pushing, but now I need to throw more things at it, you know, because I don't want to lose that momentum. That is a key word right there. If you're starting to build up momentum, don't let it start to lag off. Like, just keep pushing. It may hurt the pocket a little bit, but down the road, it's going to help you out to get more shows, sell more tickets, or sell records and things of that nature.
It is cool to, you know, create your own events. Definitely. You definitely should create your own events. But then you should also join other people's events, because you will reach a fan base that would have never known about you if you had not gone down their lane. All these different events and promoters and stuff, they have their own fan base. Some of these podcasts, you know, On the Move Unscripted, King Beats Radio Music Review. We are two, but there are many more.
Cool TLC, my guy, man.
Yeah, cool TLC, and there are many more. So, you know, promote yourself as much as you can, but definitely come up with a budget, because you don't want to, you know, pour your rent money, you know what I'm saying, into promotions. But on the same tip, you know, they need to know that you're out there, and the way and you can use as many free things available. Like, instance, I put out this today. I said, come on, you know, let's talk about music. And when you call in, you know, tell us where you popping at. Tell us your Instagram. That's free promotion.
Right.
That's something you can do, and we have listeners all over. You know, India is a big listener for us. Shout out to India, and to all the listeners that tune in every week or every time that we do a live. You know, I see India, I see the UK, I see Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I see France. I see so many different countries outside of just the United States.
Right. And you want that. I mean, people seem to think that they want to get the, you know, I know everybody like in the States want to be able to get that fandom from the States, you know, but it's a very hard road that you got to go through to get there. But the world is huge when it comes to music. There's trillions of records out there, and people who are from different parts of the world can listen to your music and be like, I like this. I'm a new fan. I'm going to follow them. So you look into where those markets are, and you can actually, you know, exploit those, you know, if you want, or you go out there and say, hey, I'm doing this. I'm doing a live concert or live, you know, video feed, and I want these people over here in India to promote it, like, you know, on that way. Like, look, anywhere you can do that. I mean, a guy just
bring us over there, India. We'll come sing for you.
Right.
You know what? And I want to say to the listeners who you're starting to follow the independent movement, and you're starting to find artists that you really like, that you really rocking with, right? That you really love their music. And let's say you can't go to their event because they're, you know, it's somewhere and it's just not working for you. You can't go to that particular event. Go and buy their music. Don't just stream it only on, you know, all the different streaming platforms. Invest in them. Give them that 99 cents.
Right.
Help that artist, because when you purchase, you know what I'm saying, whether you actually, you know, a whole album or even a single, you are supporting that artist. You are, you know, you're being more than just a viewer. You know, a lot of artists, they look at the count, the views count, and they think that means supporters, and that means true fans, and that's not always the case. In fact, most of the time, it's not the case.
Right.
Because you'll have one that got 30,000 views on their music video, but when they go do the event, nobody but their grandma and their cousin show up.
And that's the market.
And that's if they bring their grandma and their cousin, because sometimes they'll come to the event with just themselves.
Right. And they don't have the people that they think they do. On social media, you're a megastar. But in the real life, out there, when you're performing, you know, that would really show you, you know, where.
That's what that shows you truly who is rocking with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have an event where they have to purchase a ticket. If you have an event and it's a free event, that to a degree that shows a little bit, but still they didn't have to invest anything. They just came. Right. But the ones who have to actually purchase a $5, $10, $15, $20 ticket to come and see you, those are true supporters. Mm-hmm. So I always tell artists, start with your warm market. You know, if you're not someone who has a large fan base, start with the people that you know. Start with the people in your neighborhood. Start with the people at your job. Mm-hmm. Start with the people at your church. Start with your friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Your family, your aunt. Most of y'all got about 12,000 cousins. Start with them.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, yeah. And you'll see those who are following you. So a lot of artists that I do work with, they'll tell me that their fans, their music is being spent in states or cities that they've never been to, or they don't really know about it, but then that's their fan base. Okay, let's say that you live in Virginia, but your fan base is starting to build up in Texas. Well, you got to work that area for Texas and say, hey, I'm like, if there's anybody who needs to come out, this is what it's going to cost me to do this, blah, 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 blah. You know, so then you can go out and say, I'm coming out there live because you guys are supporting me. You know, even though I'm way over here in Virginia, I want to come to Texas and do, like, you know, a one-night show or a few shows, and, you know, while I'm there. You know? And
if by some chance you're not at the point where you can be paid, then see if there is a ticket share. You know what I'm saying? A door share. Mm-hmm. Where, you know, you get a percentage of the ticket sales if you sell tickets or bring people. That's another way.
Right, like Athens. Like we did Athens.
Right? Yeah, Athens was cool. The bomb, too. You know, and we ended up, because we sold tickets, right, we ended up getting paid for that event.
Right.
You know, and it was a lot of people there.
It really was.
It was
a packed house.
Mm-hmm. It was a packed house. So that's one thing that I really want us to work on, you know, with the artists and even with ourselves, like really building the fan base and really getting people to understand that the independent artists need your support. Like, I know y'all heard mainstream, yes, y'all, we know the same 15, that's all fine and dandy, but there are thousands and thousands of independent artists. Right. There's such a selection of music to choose from that you don't have to stick to the same 15. You know,
right.
You got like 6 little babies. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce, Janet Jackson, all them. Okay, we know that they're established, they in there, and we're not telling you not to support them, but we're telling you that there are many more artists who are very talented, whose music you will fall in love with if you will only give them a chance.
I see everybody like they have these challenges out there. I want to do the $20 challenge to buy 20 songs of different artists. Now,
that would be fun. I like that.
Yeah, I was going to, put that out there on my show, but we're together, so we're going to,
Yeah, I ain't going to. I'll let you do it first. I'll come with you.
20 artists. You can pick them, and you just like, just make it as like a little task. You can build up your own music and say, just spend $20. I mean, or even if it's 10, it's not in your budget for 10 artists. Just pick out 10 artists. This is the challenge, and you just go. It don't matter what genre, whatever, and just build up your own music folder with 10 artists that you can support by buying at least, one song.
Yes, and then share the music video for the artist that you chose so other people can find them. And you can do that if you're an artist too. I know artists, sometimes you get tired of hearing your own music all day long. Like I know there's other people in your Rolodex of music, your playlist other than just you, right? So most independent artists, they are fans of mainstream artists, right? They pour into them. Right. If you were to get a whole bunch of mainstream artist fans together, you would see that most of I would say maybe 80% of that fan base are also artists. They're independent artists. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we could do that same thing with each other. We can buy each other's music without taking away from who you are or what you do. If you don't want to promote nobody but yourself, still buy their music, not just stream it. Because I get so irritated and mad when I look at my royalty statement, right? And I see sell, and next to it I see 0.00, and then when I go into the details, I see 0.00001. What is that?
That's a little stream. Yeah,
that's streams. It's not. That's not going to pay.
Just go buy the record. You know
gas
what I mean?
is $4, $6 in some states. That 0.0001 is not going to cut it.
Right.
That's why I'm telling artists, and I express to artists, get back to selling your tangible items. Now you can actually sell your music as a USB,
right?
Or as a CD, a physical.
Right, they're doing that now. They've got a lot of companies I'm seeing, even in the mainstream and the independent, they're giving you the option where you can buy the stream, but it might be a little bit like $1 or $2 cheaper, or you can just get the whole CD sent to you. And now when they have you're part of their fan base, so now when they got something coming out new, you'll be the first to know when it's dropping.
And let me tell you, the reason why that is because when 2020 hit, right? Maybe even before 2020, when they started going everything digital, even the mainstream labels were losing out.
Yeah.
And then when the pandemic hit and nobody could freaking tour, that crushed them.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so now we're getting back to, people are out and performing and stuff. Doesn't mean that the coronavirus is not still out there somewhere, because it is floating around with a whole bunch of different names. Every time they come up with a vaccine for that one, Rebecca or Tina come out, or Janet, all these different names, right. All these different it's out there, y'all.
It really is.
There ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it. It's just like it's like the flu with a whole bunch of different names.
Yeah, variants.
I don't feel like it's like 2020 though.
No, not by a long shot.
Yeah,
but,
2020 had dead bodies lined up down the whole highway. You know what I'm saying? 2020 had dead bodies being thrown in ditches by the thousands. That was 2020. What's going around now is the flu with a name. That's what I call it. But it's still, in spite of that, artists are still getting out there.
They have festivals.
Yeah,
going on. A lot of festivals. Well, actually, there's some festivals going on here in Columbus, right? Music festivals going on.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Atlanta have a lot of them going on. A lot of cities are still doing things. Another guy told me too is like, if they got permits, you can get a day permit at certain parks where you can just play your music. It's like $25, right? So you want to get a fan base, you go out there and you just showcase your stuff. You may have a couple CDs or some paraphernalia, what have you, shirts or whatever, and you go out there and you do, for a couple of hours performing, and you see what you do. Let's find different spots. They actually do it out here in Columbus, in certain parks. So you can just do it. It's like a $20, $25 permit to do that. So it's different ways that you can look into things to do it. Even if you can find somebody who is a major artist or up and coming, you can find a way that you can open up for them too.
Right.
Like they got whole agencies for that.
I just had somebody on, and let me go over to the Atlanta Music Industry Group. There is an artist that he asked for everyone to vote for him because he. Let me go. I think I saved it. It was the artist that actually asked me to vote for him because they were competing. Let me see if I saved it. I think I saved it. Yeah, his name is Fess, Fess, aka Black and Mild. So there's a let me view it. It was he's doing it for openingact.radio.com. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he was asking everyone to vote for him because he has the opportunity to open up for some mainstream artists in this event and win $10,000. So definitely, I voted for him. I hope other people did too. But there are a lot of different events like that, mainstream type stuff that you can enter into the contest to compete and win. I also want to say, and I want to put this challenge out to the promoters. When y'all are promoting events for independent artists, give them the option. Give them that ticket share option, allow them to ticket share. Well, basically, you give them tickets, you know what I'm saying, and then let them get them a profit off, a piece of the pie off of that. And then the artist, another way that you can get the your fan base to come, if you have those tangible items like a T-shirt or a CD or a tape or something, you'd be like, if you buy a ticket from me, I'll give you, a CD, or I'll give you, a T-shirt, or I'll give them something in exchange so they walk away with your brand. Thing is about spreading your brand and finding creative ways to turn those viewers, those people who are just stopping in and checking out your music video for 10 or 15 minutes, or a couple, or a couple minutes, couple seconds, whatever, turning them into fans who will support you, who will buy your music, or who will come to see you perform, because that's where it's at right now. We need unity. I feel like I need to go ask Biden and them how they did that whole little thing where they won the thing, mailing ballots. I don't know what we need to do to get the unity going for the independent movement. But I just, everything takes time.
It does, and once you get to that point where things are moving, you'll start to expand on your ideas and how the way you can make more people to get along with it. And then on top of that, you'll start to get some of the higher independent companies come for you and ask you, would you like to do certain things? Like what just happened for us, from all the things and promotions that we put out there, a major FM aggregator reached out to me and not just inboxed me, but called me and was like, here's my number, please call me back, because they see what we're doing.
That's going to be an awesome opportunity
we're going to bring
for
that
these
to the
artists.
independent. To get in smaller markets, not the major big city markets that like we have out here, the Hot 97s and all, but it's still smaller markets that iHeart and all those stations, all that they have. Like you can be in, and say like somewhere in New Mexico or somewhere in Minnesota that has smaller markets, Iowa. But they have their FM, their R&B, they have their country or pop or whatever in a smaller market. Why not utilize that?
Right.
So that's what we're going to be talking to them about, and hopefully I might get them on the air too. So then we'll get more information about that.
That's going to be awesome and amazing to give the artist the opportunity to get on FM radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need, so for all of you different like FM people who decision makers, they're in mainstream, that you do want to support independent artists, open up, for instance, the major radio stations. Why not have an indie artist hour? You know what I'm saying? Right. True enough, we've heard Beyonce and all them songs all day long. Why not have an hour where you promote, and some radio stations do. They do. An indie artist hour where the indie artists can send in their music, right? And the audience, the listeners, can vote. Right. Is this a yes? What do you think? Is this no? What's your thought? You like it? You don't? Give these independent artists an opportunity to be heard. Stop trying to close them out. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's so expensive to get that stuff out there. That's what it is. When we had, what was the brother's name that was from iHeart?
KJ?
KJ, yes. When he was saying, because they had good questions. The artists in the crowd had good questions. And he was answering them, all the best. But he was saying that at the end of the day, it was about fans, but you're also going to need some support and a financial side, but also having that fan base that people because back in the day, you used to be able to say, call up and say, yo, can I get this song on the radio? I want to hear this song.
They don't do that anymore?
They still do it, but now you got to go on the email and do all this kind of stuff. You can't call a radio station like the way you used to.
They took away a lot of control from the DJs and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, DJs, they lost a lot of power. They used to break records. DJs used to break records. Now it's got to go through the channel and all this stuff, and they're using, technology, and they're using, algorithms to see if it's working, and it's going to be good for their station and all that stuff. Yeah.
And shout out to Mr. Hankey, who was at Hookup Atlanta, our second Hookup Atlanta music event. Well, no, it was our first music event. We had a Hookup Atlanta back in 2017, but we dealt with actors. That's when I was with MBJ Live, and Mr. Flamboyant and them came out and stuff. But our first music event was last year, and Mr. Hankey was the guest speaker, and he just came out with a nice jam, a nice skating jam.
With the City Girls and Usher.
Good Love. Yeah. Nice tune. He definitely is a hit maker. So shout out to him and what he's doing. after they get to a certain level, they shoot up there in the clouds, and you have to throw a rock and hope that you get.
Yeah, that won't be us like that. I already know what it's like out there, man. To really see like what it's like, but to really like to get like the major follower, it does take a lot, to get there. And even with Mr. Hankey, he's been around for a long time.
A long time.
And for him to get to this part right here, he's not even done yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he'll become more of a household name, in due time, because the City Girls is already a household name.
Right.
So.
And the thing, it takes time. Some people, they see these people in the spotlight and they think, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? Like for instance, what's Beyonce, the two girls that Beyonce?
Haley.
Huh?
Haley.
And Chloe.
Chloe.
Mm-hmm.
And Haley. Yeah.
Is it Chloe? Is it?
Chloe.
So, right. People will see them and like, wow. But they don't know they started as babies. They was 4 years old in talent shows. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. You don't look at somebody else's journey and be judging where you feel like you're supposed to be because of their journey. Because first of all, you don't know how long they've been doing it. A lot of people that you see in the spotlight was underground, hidden from the scene for years.
Right. Like Mac 4, he said they out there right now.
Mac 4 did they? Yeah, they was just on last week too.
Mm-hmm.
They out there since they was babies.
Right.
He said he started at 9. Mac 4. He said he started that group at 9. That means they've been out there. He's now what? He looked like what did he say was 19?
19. Yeah.
So for 10 years.
Right.
So don't
Uncle
look
girl,
at somebody else's journey and think, oh my, you know what I'm saying? For instance, even you and I, we've been doing radio, music, and all this stuff for a long time. You 30 years, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know as far as the radio thing and the music thing or whatever, it's been a long time for me. I think I want to say maybe 2003 I started.
Okay.
I didn't meet up with Mr. Hankey till maybe 2013. So I was I've been out there. Yeah, I've been out there for a long time, and people just don't really understand that. I had to put in the work, and I had to be consistent and persistent, and it's still not where it's not my final destination as far as my goal, but I see the moving forward. As long as you see yourself moving forward, that's what's most important. Right. That's the thing. Move forward, because at the right time, you will reach whatever you're trying to reach. It's really your one connection, one networking event, one performance away from meeting someone that's going to open up the door for the next level of where you're trying to get to as an artist or as a producer or even as a promoter or whatever it is that you're doing.
Right, yeah. Because, and this is another thing somebody was explaining to me, you could be that artist. Okay, I get that. Or, you're a songwriter, what have you. Find other things that you can do within the industry that can get you connected on something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't necessarily have to be the main star. You can be the songwriter. You could be the backup singer. You can,
they get paid.
Play an instrument. You know what I mean? You're a musician.
Background people.
Engineer. Like there's so many jobs in the industry other than just being the front person.
Think about what's your boy? The one who's married to Kardashians. What's his name?
Kanye.
Kanye was a producer for years.
Yeah.
Before he became an artist.
20 years.
He was a producer for a long time. He was for a long. So you got to think about that. A lot of these people who are mainstream now have were in the industry for years before you ever even heard their name.
Right, before they reached that stardom that you all follow now.
Kelly Price was a writer for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before she got her break.
Yeah.
They and I think it was unfortunate they were using her weight against her, like, ain't nobody really going to be
big. We love her anyway.
Yeah, but when they gave her an opportunity, she flew.
Yeah, we love her anyway. So she did like a R&B classic that really shot her up to the top.
I can't wait to see Shani Chanel and Diddy Boo just blow up because they are talented.
Mm-hmm.
I love coming across artists that put in the work.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we just talking to Regine Garnier. She was in Ghana. She shot a new video out there. We got new music. She keeps on working.
Yeah.
I know her for 10 years, and you know what I mean. But she's been doing things prior to that. 10 years prior to that.
You got to keep
she put that work in, but all of that hard work. Plus, you got to have the passion for it. You can't be like, oh, it's not happening, and now you give up. it's the same thing for actors and actresses. Actors and actresses don't just become Tom Cruise overnight. You know what I mean? You got to go take those small parts. You got to do those plays. And work on your craft. You know,
you hear a lot of them with their hardcore, hard luck stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just about anybody in the creative industry has had that hardcore, on the road for years, a couple failures.
They always show that one with Steve Harvey. That's always on it.
Always. He talking about sleeping in his car.
$35 in my pocket.
And what's the one that makes the movies? What's his name? I can't think of. I don't know why my brain is blocking on me today. He has his own studio.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry always talks about his road, that he took, and that sometimes his first plays, 1, 2, 3 people showed up, or whatever, but he didn't quit. The thing is consistency and persistence and patience, and continue to invest and continue to market and continue to promote. You know what I'm saying? Because sooner or later, someone is going to see you that has a larger platform that'll help take you to the next level. Of whatever it is that you're going for.
Right.
Because everybody has different goals.
Was like corresponding with Marquita Coleman. She was on the show. She had that book, right? And
she's doing her thing.
Yeah, she's doing it right now. Like I just seen her. I just shared her thing from last year, and now that book did very well where she was on the news in her city and everything like that, on the major news scene, and it helped her sell more books that way.
She was on Move Unscripted too.
Yes, I'm saying.
Yeah. She got there's an event. I saw one for her. I'll have to find it and share with y'all next. Well, let me see. Let me go over here. I might be able to find it on her page. But she has an event that's coming up.
Very well. Big up to her. And I've seen that her son just went off to the military, so, thank you for your service. So.
I love watching the artists come back and just watching them continue to grow.
That was it right there.
Yeah, but there's an event. I'm looking for it. She has a flyer out.
Oh, okay.
There it goes, right there. It's the Power Networking Black Tie Gala on Saturday, September 24th in Augusta, Georgia. 725 Green Street. It looks like it's a meet and greet cocktail. I love when art. See, people don't understand. Even though Mr. Stout and I are artists, we are a supporter of other artists. We're a supporter of the music industry. So we don't have a problem with promoting other people because it ain't gonna stop our shine.
Right. I need that. I didn't even know that was on there.
For real?
I just seen the thing because she just posted the thing when her book came out. So I was like, that's cool.
Let me share it on your. Let me share it on your page. Let me share it on your page.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And if you guys got something too as well that you want to share to us, send it up to Atlantic Music Industry Group. Join the group. You know what I mean? Tag our names in there. We'll support you.
Make sure you answer them questions.
Yeah.
So we were well on our way to 100,000 members. We were well on the road to that. Like the membership request was coming in like crazy.
Yeah.
But with that influx of so many different people and stuff came the scammers, right? And so we had to cut the easy access. We had to make the group private and by request only. So this is a special membership by what do they call it? Club? What is it? What do they call it when you got the private club? The elite club. You got to ask for membership. You got to be invited in. You got to answer the questions. But doing that also allowed us to cut down on all the scammer people,
right? And
start pulling out the ones who slipped in there when we made it private.
Oh yeah, the scammers. When we that's another thing about the community. When people see it, they're asking us about them, and then we get right on them.
Yeah. So if you are someone who you are in the group, and somebody comes to you and they offer you something that seems too good to be true, do not give them your money right off the bat. Right. Start to research them. Even send Mr. Stout or me, an inbox and say, have you heard of them? Right. And then we automatically can ask other members in the group, or we could go and talk to them ourselves and see if they're legit. What we are doing now is for those of y'all, for those scammers who y'all slipped through the crack when we closed the door, when we made the group private, when we find you, we're not just kicking you out the group. We are blasting your face so that no other people are scammed by you. So you need to get up out of this group if you're here, because you're not going to get anywhere because the members are going to tell on you.
Right.
The members are taking this group serious because a lot of them are getting signed, and they're getting opportunities, and they're getting discovered. They're people are watching the group because they see we got a lot of talent. You got some in there that just playing around, but then you got a lot of them that's serious, and you can tell they're serious, and their craft is good, and they are getting true opportunities.
And people are saying that. Thank you for this group. Like, you know, they're definitely saying thank you for this because you showed them something and things are coming their way through that. And that's why the door is like always, like, you know, the line is so long for people trying to get in there because they see certain things that are happening for them, you know, and that's good. That's what it was all about. It's a community to help the community and help within itself.
Right. And so we want to, you know, our goal is we just want to push unity. We want to push helping each other. That is, you know, the reason why we were able to change the president was because of the unity. You know, regardless of, you know, regardless of who you stood for, whether you was for Trump or Biden, you saw the effect of unity. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Regardless of who you chose. So we want to take that same effect and bring it into the independent music industry. And we want to join together, buy from each other. The buying power within the independent music industry is big. Yeah. If you pick, like you said, 10, 15, 20 artists that you like, and instead, what's $20 to you? If anything, you sowing a seed into somebody else's, gift or work is going to come right back to you. You know,
right?
Blessings do that.
I love to brag about something that everybody else is not on yet, and when it does blow up, like,
I love that.
I was doing this, you know what I mean, months ago. Back that I got on it, you know. Yeah, but that's what I like to do, and for real, we're gonna start pushing this, and every show that we do, we want to tell people, all the listeners, yes, find 10 to 15 to 20 artists. You don't have to do it all at one time, but just pick some artists and music you want in any genre, you know, and just, you know, support that.
Or even if you every pay, pick one artist and spend 99 cents.
Right.
Well, you can pay it every 2 weeks, right? Most people every 2 weeks, maybe once a week. Take 99 cents of that. Mm-hmm. And invest it in another artist, right? You know, and watch how people start to invest in you because it's a spiritual law. Yeah. You know, it's a law. It's a seed and harvest time type of law. It's that kind of. It's a spiritual law. Give and it shall be given unto you. It is what it is. So you being a blessing to someone else, it's going to come back to you, and most of the time it comes back double, sometimes triple. Mm-hmm. You know,
it works that way. Yeah.
So we're definitely continuing to reach to scream out to, you know, all the different countries. You don't even have to be in America, you know, to buy music from the independent artists that you like, or you know, or you don't have to be in India. If you see an artist that's in India that you like, you can go on Amazon or somewhere and buy their music, you know. Right. Or if you see an artist in the UK like Regine Garnier that you like, you can go and buy their music. And same for you if you're out of the country and you're following different artists like me and Mr. South. Right. If you like, you know, whatever happened to Amazon Music and buy it, or go to iTunes and buy it. You know, 99 cents is not gonna kill. It's not gonna kill your pocket. It's not gonna hurt you. You know, we need the support of not just the independent artists, but also the producers and stuff. You know, you're making music for these different artists. Why not buy some of their music too? Why not invest? They're already paying you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You can't spend 99 cents?
Right. That's why we're going to make this a challenge. For the rest of the summer, you know, we're going to definitely keep doing that.
Yeah, I think that's awesome and amazing. So make sure y'all tune in on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a special show with Molly Soso because he's doing a daggone thing. Right. The way he jumped off that stage, did a split out, or whatever he did. They watching him like he is like, oh snap, that one right there, and he's out of Columbus, Ohio, y'all. Yes, he is. Right. So anyway, peace and love to y'all. Definitely, we're trying to get more consistent. Radio on Saturday on Spreaker.com.
I got shows all day, 12 o'clock, and then it'll be 7 o'clock. We're doing 3 hours. So we'll have nothing but brand new music, and you're gonna get a chance to also hear some of the new music and some of the artists that was at the Atlantic Music Industry meet and greet.
Yeah. So we'll see y'all next week. No, I'm sorry. We'll see you later this week. We'll see you Friday. Come on back. I know y'all miss us. I know you do.
Get some.
Peace and love.
and save our music.
Conte, must be a reason. Music is dying, so I'm speaking. We used to sing about love and the struggles we faced just because. And when we felt down, it would give the people hope. You listen to a song and remember every note. Forget the 3 minutes, cause the band be on one. If it touch your soul, you can bet it be a long one. That music, it takes you back, let's do it. Bring that back cause we need it. Lord, I receive it. So, some Luther Vandross, some Curtis Blow. But my ears, music got a way to go. And I fear that we never make it. Not until we form our own and we take it. So much talent, but it just get wasted. Cause good music equals no play. No ownership equals no say. Stop killing in the music, okay? What happened to the music today?
Whatever happened to music? Somebody send out an SOS and save our music. Whatever happened to music? Do you remember that good old music? Whatever happened? Somebody help us. Somebody send out an SOS and save our music.